Hi, I'm Ross Benjamin of Sportsbook Review. It's Saturday, August 27th. Time for another edition of my Major League Baseball Underdog Picks of the Day. Couple rough days with these underdogs the last 2 days. That only means we're going to bounce back strong today. Let's start with the game between the Royals and the Red Sox from Fenway Park in Boston this evening, 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, the Kansas City Royals are absolutely on fire right now. They've won 11 of their last 12 and 16 of their last 19 games, including the series opener at Fenway against the Red Sox last night. And that defeat makes three in a row. That's three losses in a row for the Boston Red Sox. Speaking of hot, Royal starter Daniel Duffy, 11-0 in his last 11 team starts. As a matter of fact, over his last five, he's been especially profound, evidenced by his 1.18 ERA and 0.82 whip during those outings. And how about the Kansas City bullpen? They did allow a run in the bottom of the ninth last night during their 5-3 win, and that snapped a 41 and one-third inning pitch scoreless streak leading into that inning, and now they have a bullpen ERA of 0.39 over their last seven games. That's absolutely lights out, folks. And David Price gets the start tonight for the Red Sox. Yes, he's been very good over his last three starts. However, he's made in his last two starts at Fenway Park against lowly Minnesota and Arizona. He's posted a 5.27 ERA in addition to a hefty 176 whip. And since May 8th of last season, he's made four starts against Kansas City and has a lofty 4.76 ERA in those outings. As good as Price is, he's been a bit disappointing for Boston this year, and that's apparent when you look at his 14-13 team start record in 2016. And above it, he's usually somewhere in the low threes and high twos. With his ERA, he's at 4.00 ERA in those 27 starts this season. I'm going with the red hot Kansas City Royals as a money line underdog today with a sizzling hot starting pitcher Daniel Duffy. Kansas City plus 154 over Boston. You can find that line currently at 5 dimes. The next game we're going to take a look at, the Tampa Bay Rays and the Houston Astros, from Minute Maid Park in Houston, 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time start. Blake Snell gets the start tonight for the Tampa Bay Rays. When you look at his ERA over the last three games, it's under 3, but that's a bit deceiving, folks. He's been flirting with disaster, and his control issues have reared their ugly head over the last three outings. That's evidenced by 13 walks in just 10 and one-third innings pitched during those three starts. And his whip is a mammoth 261 during that course of time. So not very good. And as you can see, his ERA is nothing in accordance with what his whip and his control issues have been of late. Tampa Bay has also lost 20 of their last 26 road games, and they're 22-43 this season versus teams with a winning record, and Houston certainly qualifies in that regard. Dallas Keuchel is starting to show signs of his Cy Young award-winning form from a season ago. He's had a somewhat disappointing season in 2016, but over his last three starts, he has an excellent 0.82 whip. Houston has won 6 of their last 7. During that time, 6.6 runs scored per game, knocking 14 home runs out of the park, compiling an excellent 859 OPS, and their bullpen has been very good over that 7-game stretch, and that's apparent by their 0.97 whip during that course of time. I'm going to take the Houston Astros here on the run line at odds of -1.5 plus 115, and you can find that line right now at UWager. Once again, Kansas City plus 154 at 5 dimes. The Houston Astros -1.5 run line wager at money line odds of plus 115. That's at UWager. And I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining me on this video. Be sure to go to my personal website, rbwins.com, where you can find all the games that I personally wager on and my paying clients receive. That's rbwins.com, where you pay a little to make a lot.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SPR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.